Well, this is not the video that I want to make. So where do I start? So in the last video you guys saw, I had a problem with a fuel leak. It got all over my top of the pistons, in the intercooler, everywhere, from one of those injectors that got stuck leaking, and I didn't catch it on time. Well, we thought it was just cylinder wash, and it was an easy fix with just the ATF in the pistons and burn it for a little bit. That works for a lot of people. It didn't work for us. I did not get the compression back, so I decided to tear the engine out. So you can see here, so you can see the engine is not there. I pulled it out because I thought, oh, that's gonna be a simple fix. Just replace the rings, put everything back together, and go to the dyno the next weekend. Well, we have a lot of damage, a lot, and I mean new engine type of damage. Check this out. So I guess let's start over here. When I first pulled the valve cover, the first thing I noticed is that the buckets look a little weird, and let me show you that. This is what I found. This is one of the buckets that had, they're not polished like the top of it. They look weird, right? They look grinded off. You can see it there. So I had 3 of them that look like this. I was like, well, that's weird. Then I started looking at the cam, and I saw some damage in the cam. You can see it there. It's like metal coming off. This stuff is hard to show, but I'll make it more apparent in a minute. So what was going on is that these cams, these are stage 3 cams from Speed Performance, and I was told that the reason this happens is because during the hardening process of the cam, it wasn't done correctly or something like that, and it's too weak. The metal is not strong enough. As you can see here, look how much shorter that guy is from this one. This guy grinded completely off, and when I run my finger on it, this thing is not even round. It's like jagged. The best way to show it is like this, because this one was fine, and that one, look at it. That's super short compared to that one. Let me put something straight on it. I guess this. Look at that. So that happened on 3 locations. It happened on piston number 4 and number 3, only one of them. So that was the first problem I saw. Which I'm here thinking, well, that has nothing to do with low compression on number 1. That happened on 4. And if anything, that will mean that since it grinded off, that will mean that the valves were not opening all the way. That's what that means. So it has nothing to do with compression. And then I saw that it left a lot of grinding material everywhere. You can see this gray powder. So all that got run through the oil system and through the bearings. And sure enough, it screwed up all my bearings. So this thing was a ticking time bomb just based on that one cam issue. You can see down there all that material from, those are from the cams. But wait, there's more. But when I pulled the head off, sure enough, the cylinder walls were all scratched up from all that fuel that sat in there. It had a little bit of rust in it too, because that fuel sat on top of the pistons. It sat there for a good bit, because I didn't know that was a problem, right? So it sat there, I want to say, for like 3 weeks. And E85 is very corrosive. Like if you leave any metal exposed to E85, it will get rust right away. So I guess that's what happened. And when I finally got the engine to turn on, it scraped all that rust off, and it damaged some of the rings, and it scored the cylinder walls pretty bad. But the worst part was cylinder number 1. Let me show you this. check out this beauty. See how damaged that is. It actually broke a piece of the piston right on that edge. See if I can get that to show on camera. If I put my finger there, you see it, right? It's missing a chunk. And that one piece, look at that, it's all destroyed. That one piece actually bounced around on top of the piston. You see it there, it hit a few times. Right on there, right over here, and it also hit on the head. So yeah, it did some damage to the head as well. Luckily it didn't hit the valves, so those are fine, but the head definitely needs some work. So what does that mean? Well, that means I'm in the hole few grands pretty much, because now I gotta get new pistons, new cams, new bearings. I gotta send the engine to a machine shop to bore over the new pistons, and I also need to get that head fixed. So they're probably gonna have to tack weld some of those holes and do a light pass on the machine. Also, I need to rebalance this because I'm gonna get new pistons now, so it needs to be all balanced again. So this is all gonna cost me a pretty penny, and the part that gets me the most is that I haven't even enjoyed this damn car yet. So I don't know how many times I'm gonna have weird shit happen to me, but I'm getting just about sick of this crap, man. This car is giving me more headaches than pleasure, so that's where we at. So I'm gonna put all this away now. I'm probably gonna push it to that side of the garage again against the wall, because this thing is gonna set me back a few months. You all know Christmas is coming around the corner. Plus I have a house and a family, so I can't just throw $5K on the car just now and get it fixed. So this is gonna take me a little bit to get back. So I'm sorry if you're here for the speed content, but it looks like you're not gonna get speed content for a little bit, unfortunately. So for now, you're gonna have to learn to love the Maserati, because that's the one that I wanna be showing off on the channel more often. So there it is in this corner, resting place. It's gonna be here for a little bit. Looks like the engine's poking out of the hood as it is right now. I just put it in there with the stand and everything. So yeah, that's where it's gonna sit for a little bit. So I guess I'm gonna bring you guys some updates as I get parts, as we get closer to the day it makes a return. That's it. So thanks for watching. See you next time.